in the protests after the killing of Daunte Wright, there was one standout video that you might have seen going around. And this was a concerned citizen referred to here as Tiger, with a little bit of a nod to Donald Trump's insane theories about protest. Here's Tiger.
Tiger, you have been out here. Have you been out here the last couple of days?
Yeah. Well, I've been here all 4 nights. I'm just standing here today with soup for my family, and we're just watching all of this unfold. It's very unfortunate.
You're not planning on using that, are you? Throwing it at the police?
Like I said, it's for my family.
Literally for your family.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, look, Ben, for those of us who dwell in the news, we're neck deep in the news, that's a pretty good reference.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. And the wink and the nod, that was
that delivery. Yeah. I've never delivered a line in this show how Tiger just delivered that line. No. But let's see if we can see the wink again, because that's Daily Show segment. Yeah, exactly. Ding. Yeah. There's the wink. Okay, so for those of you who might not get how that has to do with Donald Trump, I apologize. I'm gonna take you back to the bad times when this is the sort of stuff that we had to deal with on a daily basis.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right?
Yes, sir.
And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup for my family. They're so innocent. This is soup for my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people. These are just protesters. Isn't it wonderful to allow protesting? No, and by the way, the media knows it better than we do. They know what's going on. I don't know what's wrong with them. They're doing our country a tremendous disservice, I'll say.
That's insane.
It's beautiful.
Insane rambling.
It's beautiful because I'm sorry, I've thrown a couple of bricks in my day. Bricks are just as easy to throw. What kind of bricks is he talking about? Entire cinder blocks? Those are a little more difficult, Donald Trump. But if we're talking about bricks and soup, they weigh about this. Depending on the brick, it weighs about the same, or rather, depending on the cup of soup. But anyway, they're
ballistically comparable.
Yes,
they are.
They're equally as effective. For taking care of your family, because you need bricks to build your house. But I digress. The big thing there for me though is the level of situational awareness that Tiger had and the recall. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he went out there prepared for that. I just hope that he just did it on the fly, because that means there's a level of greatness coming out of the streets that they're not ready for. Mm-hmm. That level of trolling is amazing.
Exactly. That's just. The Trump stuff is just madness. Yeah, sure, a brick is, as people are saying, about 5 pounds. Well, look, bear in mind, dude needs 2 hands to raise a glass of water. Yeah, a brick is gonna be pretty heavy at that point. And that video was an answer to the question, what would it look like if an old person's Facebook account got the bare minimum of sentience? Yeah, it would be that rant from that old man there. They have soup, big bags of soup. Soup for their family.
All I know is that they had a bag of soup and they hit me across the head with it. The soup. Donald Trump is amazing.
But of course, we had a little bit of fun there. Let's also bear in mind, what was that video about? That was him attempting to justify dispatching this multi-department goon squad to cities around the country to at least temporarily disappear people off the streets of America and justify months of incredible police violence against protesters. How many videos did we show you of them trying to run people down with their trucks, macing people, boxing them in, all of that stuff? So yeah, it's funny to look back on, but he was trying to justify violence against protesters. And by the way, at the very end saying, oh, isn't it great? Isn't it great to allow protest, sarcastically? To allow protest, because in his ideal world, it wouldn't exist. And for most conservatives, it wouldn't. So anyway, great job, Tiger. Love your soup. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.